Welcome back, everybody, once again to Fatal Errand. I am DJ the Obscure with you here at Intersection 1, ready to head into the Magenta Wool area, which is right over here, named Shadow Tangle Caverns. Bum, ba, bum, 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 and we're gonna rush right. Just head on, just not stopping. Never, 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 never. Never, never, never. Okay, we might stop. We might turn around. And, because it's scary all of a sudden, and there's things above us, I guess. Oh my gosh, okay. Who's here? Who's coming for me? Oh my gosh. You guys have great having, I must say. I don't know if they can get to me or not. They're freaking me out, man. Okay. Take that. And no, we don't want the lore items. Okay, maybe we should read it at least? I don't know. You're here. Oh no! I was really hoping, because early on it said that they don't show up until later. There's a creeper spawner right there, which means there must be a creeper around here somewhere. Oh, look, and we're spawning spiders too, I think. The gatherers who lived here clashed frequently with the warbrand. Now their caves have become unrecognizable, and there's a shield, which means we're probably going to be encountering some bad guys, I would imagine, but, yeah, no, because it said that the stuff doesn't really show up until later in the map. I guess maybe the point is that it doesn't show up heavily until later in the map, maybe, perhaps. Okay, and we're going to Blue Wool now? What is going on, you guys? I do not know. I do not know. Let's do this, because I don't like it, because they can probably hit me through the corner there. Okay, yeah, you stay down there. It did say that this is Blue Wool now, right? I don't want to be here yet, you guys. Are you serious? Just one shot kill, huh? I guess I was down a little bit, but I had armor. Wow. I don't know. No, I did get hit with it in Divinity's End. It didn't do that much damage. Although I guess I was probably wearing better armor. Okay, well, let's see if we can recover here. Well, that did, not start off very well there, did it? I mean, it started off well, but it just didn't continue to go very well. I don't have a pick. I barely have any food. We want to go up. I don't know what kind of, like, if this uses the grave mechanic or not. I don't know where I went exactly. I love how we made it all the way to light blue, though. There's stuff down below. Yeah. Alright, let me go ahead and get things in order here. Yeah, I don't know how I feel about, oh look, there's multiple creepers. About one-shot kill mobs. You know, just don't get close to them, right? Easy enough. I'm wondering though if I should go back or if I should continue on. It looks like we're getting access to wheat here. I should probably go up and collect the remainder of my things. I think I see a few things down below too. Yeah, I guess just go ahead and do something like that. Yeah, no, we should probably turn around now, I think. It's rather unfortunate that we, had to come back through because we reprimed a lot of the spawners, I'm sure. Although the spawners do have rather long times on them, it seems. And we probably want to go ahead and grab the coal. Siphoning axe. These? What are these? Okay, I think I can use these. Maybe. Let's put that up. Got a few arrows, and let's get you there. And there's my melon. Let's eat the apple first, actually. And I guess I will go ahead and grab you guys. And we need the coal. Do I have just a regular pickaxe? Oh, so, I don't know if I have much to say about the game this episode, but I do have stuff to say about what's going on in my life. So, I've been unemployed this semester and was finally offered, I've actually been offered 2 classes for the summer. Whether or not they will actually fill up as far as like enrollment goes and stuff is another question. But one of the classes is a literature class. And that is important because I have never taught a literature class. You heard me right. I am an English instructor who has never taught a work of fiction, at least in his classrooms. I have done like some creative nonfiction, but mostly I teach, you know, essays. Nonfiction essays. And so it's going to be a very different type of class. And, you know, I always kind of joke, like, I'm really a historian trapped in an English teacher's profession. And I think part of that just has to do with who my parents are. But, it can be hard when I have students who are really into the literature stuff. And they come to me, and I try my best, but and it's not that I like reading, and I have my books and my stories and my poems and stuff that I really enjoy. And I think that teaching literature can be fun, but when it comes to what kind of gets me excited as a teacher, it's definitely not teaching the sonnet, you know. And I think in some ways it's going to be more challenging because it's a more kind of content-heavy subject compared to writing, which is a lot more skill-based, where you're kind of just, you're practicing writing. And there might be some things that you learn along the way, some concepts, some vocabulary, but, you know, the focus is on that skill, whereas this class is going to be a lot more content-based. So I got to actually teach, like, specific concepts and whatnot. There's gonna have to be something up above, right? Didn't I just come from up here, though? And I feel like I'm going around in circles now. Which I probably kind of sort of am. Can we get light? Let's just go ahead and destroy you, actually. And what do we got? Oh man, that's not very nice. Was there another path back behind us? There was, wasn't there? Because I'm thinking that that's going to be the one that leads us. Oh gosh, for some reason I thought you had already spawned. But clearly I was mistaken. Yeah, I think that we're probably going to want to go that direction. If this one leads us to the blue area, then this one is going to take us probably to where we want to go. I think we got everything. Hopefully. And yeah, let's go ahead and take you out too. But so I'm terrified. Just because, you know, students have certain expectations, and particularly a class like this, they're gonna expect me to be an expert. And the last time I had anything at all related with like literature was, you know, almost 15, no, not 15, 10 years ago. I'm not that old yet. 10 years ago in grad school, and that was a graduate literary class, which is going to be very different than one of these introductory ones. Go away. So I'm very nervous. I'm not sure what I want to teach. Again, it's like an intro to, I think it's like introduction to types of literature or something along those lines. So I basically got to teach the various, you know, teach the poems and plays and short story and novel, I think is the basic idea. There's this great essay that if you're going to be a teacher, particularly if you're going to be a language teacher or like a history teacher or anything in the humanities, really, I recommend that you check out by a guy named Victor Villanueva, and it's actually a book called Bootstraps from an American Academic of Color, and he basically talks about his experiences in college and what it was like having to take these English classes where he's being asked to read these pieces of literature, and where really what it kind of boiled down to was professors wanting him to read the essays the same way that they read them. At least they're fairly easy to kill, I guess. You know, so you write your essay on your interpretation of the story, and it doesn't conform with this other guy's interpretation of the story, and you get a bad grade because of that. And it's kind of I'm kind of oversimplifying things a little bit here, but and it's about how when he was in school and he encountered that, and he realized that basically what he needs to do is learn how to think like his professors. I forget what he calls it. His academic discourse study or something like that. Basically, what he would do is, for whatever class he was taking, he would go and try to find the professor's own published works, and then try to copy or mimic, not plagiarize, not steal, but try to mimic the professor's ways of thinking about texts. And how that's what ultimately made him successful in school, was this mimicry, basically thinking the way that they wanted him to think. And in a lot of ways that makes sense. They're experts. In a lot of other ways, I think it raises some serious questions. If your grade in a class is dependent on whether you can think like somebody else, I think that's, you know, problematic. But one thing that he gets at towards the end of it's just a chapter that I'm thinking of right now. Adrenaline. Yeah, sure, we'll take it. Is you know, towards the end, he basically says that as he discovered this, he started moving more towards like history and philosophy, and especially rhetoric, and how he thinks that kind of the study of rhetoric kind of holds the key to unlocking new ways of thinking about how we teach a literature. He calls himself and students who, like him, maybe they really struggled with English, either because of their language background or their economic background or whatever it might be, and how they would constantly fail these classes even though they loved playing around with language. And he calls themselves like the players of language, or we have been players of the language of failure, or something like that. It's such a beautiful phrase, and I'm not getting it right now. But basically how teachers need to switch more towards that rhetorical emphasis to help these players of the language of failure. And The cool thing about that is when I was trying to figure out books to use in my class, because I'm going to opt for like a collection of works. I think that's going to be the easiest to use, especially for my first time teaching this class. Is a book that does exactly that. It's a rhetorical approach to reading literature. It sounds really interesting. So I'm super excited about it, but still very nervous about teaching this class. And basically just kind of what to expect, I guess, and what kinds of problems I'm gonna run into, because I imagine it'll be very different problems than I run into in my writing courses. But who knows? Maybe it'll be similar. And I think the students are actually going to be quite similar in that, yeah, a lot of them probably don't have a huge background in reading literature. Hence it being an introductory course. I just saw something else spawn over there. Probably a creeper, given that we can't hear anything. I don't know if we're supposed to be up here. Actually a zombie. Believe it or not. I like this. There's something that's reminiscent about... Oh, it's an area in Nova Arcana. The Greenleaf underpass, whatever the heck it's called, with all the foliage. The place that is impossible to navigate. I'm getting some of those vibes with this area, although it's not as green. But I think it's mainly because of these hanging things. I don't know. But I like it. I like what these do to the area. Even though it's still a very kind of similar design, I think, to the previous areas. Each one has had kind of this thing to make it a little different, you know? Decay. I think I can access notes on these things. But I don't know if I want to mess with that at the moment. It looks like we want to be going this way. I think that's a charge guy, so let's take him out before he can take us out, I suppose. Who's gonna follow me? There you are. And we are out of blocks. I guess we will switch to the andesite for now. Isn't that a trip though that I'm teaching a class that, like, again, I studied literature, but well, I started off as a history major because my parents are history teachers and that's what I knew. And then from there, around my junior year in college, switched to English major because of a girl. Not really, kinda, sort of. My wife and I, we're high school sweethearts, but we were broken up for about a year. So, yeah. Actually kind of tough there, guy. Huh. I feel like there should be something else around. Up, down, all around. Which way do we go? And so, like my junior year, I switched to English, and then probably by like midway through my senior year, I had decided no. It was actually all the way to grad school. So I had about 2 years where I really was kind of immersed in the literature aspects of my field. But by grad school, and I started writing my thesis. And even though I was kind of enjoying writing it, I just kind of realized that what interested me about English wasn't the literature, but it was the language itself. And it's like, well, maybe I should have just been a linguist at that point. But it wasn't really the structure of the language, although that's interesting, but more kind of the people aspects, the history, the culture, the philosophical aspects of it all. And so that's when I really changed my emphasis and started reading a lot more towards the rhetorical stuff. And so it's been a long time since I've really been immersed in any kind of literature. I do read essays, read and score essays. And I do that every year, and so that's probably like the best example, I guess, of stuff that I've been doing related to literature. And maybe I should just teach the same things that I read about every year. It'll be Ibsen's A Doll's House and Gabriel Garcia Marquez. I forget the name of the short story, or it's not a short story. It's a novella. I forget the name of it though. It's a terrible chest. Terrible, terrible, terrible. Coming all the way down here for some watermelon. It's funny. It's like, how can I teach this literature course so that I will enjoy it more? Well, just teach it like you would a rhetoric class. Just have them read literature instead of essays. It's my way of kind of cheesing the requirements, I think. I need to slow down on my bow usage. It seems to do a significant amount of damage compared to the swords, though. Again, I feel like we're going in circles, but I'm not sure. Oh gosh, I was trying to get back around the wall and I couldn't. Is that it right there? I think so. Let's make some more torches. And then approach very, very carefully. Is this one of the charging dudes? Yeah. Alright. I'm still not really sure how the charging thing works. I think that might be one of the other reasons why I don't like Cartographer, is just because I'm not used to it yet. And I'm a creature of habit, and so just new things can scare me, but I don't know. Do they have when did I get lifesteal? I have no recollection of getting lifesteal. 5 seconds of wither. Yeah, these enemy observations. We should have charge, right? So, I guess, because sometimes it seems like they will continue to track you and target you as you move up until the moment they launch forward. And other times it seems like they choose a point like where you're standing, and then if you move out of the way, then they'll keep charging in that direction. I think that's how it works, but I'm not sure. And I guess that's one of the things is with the vanilla mobs, we've spent decades studying them. We know them inside and out, and I may not know them as well as I used to, but we can calculate the damage, and we know all these things. And with these new mechanics, it's harder to kind of figure out what's going on and how to counteract against it and all that stuff. So it's just I think we got it, right? Wait, did we get it? I didn't even grab it. Where did this come from? Did I just find this? I think I just found this. Okay, well, let's put you in there. Like so. And I guess, well, let's make our way out. Let's make sure we actually survive the journey out. And we should probably continue investigating. And since I'm down a heart, I can go ahead and use the sapper pick, I think. Or I guess I could also use oh, the axe thing, right? When did I get a stone pickaxe, you guys? Terrible shot, another terrible shot. Yeah, okay. That's how it works. So they should be really easy to avoid for the most part, it seems. I still can't believe that one shot me. If I would have known that was going to happen, I probably would have been a bit more panicky about blocking off there. Oh, I got too much loot. I guess we'll put that up, grab the arrows, and I think that we've done a pretty good job here. Although I'm lost. I really like how I think I said this last episode, but just how compact the dungeons are. Though I don't know, I feel like spawners are a little too spread out and timers are a little too long. It just seems, I don't know, seems a little like, did you notice how after I died and we were going back through and we were just kind of breaking spawners one by one? Like, I feel like you need to have a spawner and then one close by so that as you're breaking this one, another one's gonna spawn. But it's, and I just noticed that in general, just a lot of like single spawners. And with, especially with those slow mobs, I just don't, I don't know, I don't understand it. No, we don't, yeah, let's use you, because you're faster. And we need the coal, all the coal. Goodbye, sticks. You have served us well. I think we're going to make it out safely. And we now know the direction to light blue wool as well. At least, I think there's a path back in the main intersection too. So we have two paths to get there. Let's go ahead and place the objective on the monument. You know, a lot of people said they liked the chatty episode. It felt like a vlog. It seemed to generate some good comments regarding the game and stuff. I don't know how you guys feel about the more personal kind of chattiness. Or I'm talking about my life and stuff, but hopefully it was enjoyable nonetheless. And especially if any of you are thinking about like teaching or are, you know, going through that, or a lot of you are probably students. You know, if you have any tips for me, what you would like to get out of a class like that, then be sure to let me know. I guess I need to get the thing out. Our first death of the map. Hopefully our last, or maybe not hopefully. Death keeps things exciting. Anyways, guys, that's going to be it from me for today. Thanks for watching. Hope you enjoyed, and I will see you next time.